Hello, how are you on this lovely Sunday in New Zealand? I hope you're good. We're heading into week 4 of lockdown, aren't we? Whew, long journey. I can imagine you've been through many ups and downs like myself and my family have. There'll be lots to talk about, lots more to talk about, won't there? And the cards this week are indicating that there is a shift. I know we've got an announcement tomorrow, and hopefully we're moving down those levels quickly. And it looks kind of positive when we look at all of these cards, so that's cool. All right, here's our universe has your back card. That's too much for me to read backwards. My capacity to tune into the energy of love. So take a deep breath, get centered, and find your source power, your God, your higher self, your connection to universal intelligence and consciousness. That's what tuning into the energy of love means. When you do that, it gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up. So when we're tuning into that, we can share our truth from a loving place, not a possibly wild place. When I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive. So compassion dropping us down into our heart. And the power I need when I am lost. Now, all of that, isn't that relevant for our last 3 weeks? Certainly to me personally, I imagine it might be to you as well. So there's a good one to take a screenshot of and look at every 5 minutes, maybe, or regularly, possibly. All right, let's tune in for some tarot cards. So closing our eyes and taking a centering breath. What's the guidance I need for my week ahead? And coming back, we have cards 1, cards 2, and cards 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Cool. These are all cards that are showing us it's time to go forward, so that's a good thing. The first one, card number 1, is the 6 of Swords. This is a lovely energy because the 5 of Swords isn't. Well, this is the one that comes after the difficulties, so 5s are kind of challenging. And, if you've chosen this, I'm sure you're relating to the challenges you've had, particularly mentally, because the Swords is that suit around how we communicate, how we think, our beliefs. And now we're coming into a smoother waters. So can you see there's a figure there? Maybe that's your guide or your higher self, or maybe that represents a higher power for you, taking you out of the difficult times. See, the water's a bit choppy there. You're moving into something a bit smoother with how you think, how you relate, how you communicate. And that's a relief. So those swords up in front on your beautiful, peaceful swan boat aren't bothering you anymore. So coming out of those challenges, and maybe it's time to get into some new interests, some adventures. Maybe you can get out and about a teeny bit more from next week. And it's just bringing a bit of peace and ease after some difficulties. What else have I got with this? Oh yeah, adapting well to the cycles of change, moving very easily into the cycles of change, flowing with that. And faith, of course. Faith is taking you out of the difficulties. And we've got to work this mind or it will drag us all over the show. You've probably noticed that. So the card, these Work Your Light cards, this one is called Unbound. And what it says there is releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So that's kind of deep work. So if you're the light worker, healer kind of type, then maybe you're onto that already. And maybe this is happening on a deeper level for you because we're certainly getting triggered. Why would this not be triggering past lives where we've been literally locked up before? That's possible, and that might not even be conscious for you. So maybe there's some deeper work going on, or maybe there's some deeper work that you're being called to do, and maybe this is indicating that you're already onto that. 6 of Swords. Okay. Card number 2 is, hi Tiger. Card number 2 is the lovely Empress. So a major arcana card, so a life lesson energy. And this is a card about creating and grounding and mothering. So, I like, look, there's so many places we could go with this card, but we need to keep it brief here. But how about we get this mothering for ourselves going on? So the stuff we've brought from our own mother can be stirred up when this card is forward, the good stuff and the not so good stuff. So maybe it's time to consider what you want to let go of, when you find yourself saying things that, oh my God, that sounds like the mother that I didn't like. Maybe you need to look at that. But ultimately, we're wanting to mother ourselves. And if you are a woman, you are hardwired to mother and nurture everybody else. And I'm sure in your bubble you've been doing that. And if you're on your own, you've probably been doing that via Zoom. Time to mother yourself. So time to get back to creating, to nurturing, and certainly getting onto the earth. This is a real grounded nature card, connecting with nature. And we're coming up to a new moon next week on maybe Wednesday. I don't know. I have to check my calendar. But certainly midweek, there's a new moon in Taurus, which is a very empressy kind of card. It's a very grounded, sensual energy. So on the new moon, that's a time to plan and get new projects and things happening. But this is about connecting with nature, connecting with yourself on a deeper level, nurturing yourself, and maybe just connecting with the animals and the plants and coming back to you. What a beautiful growth energy it is. I think she's pregnant here, and lots of the Empress card, she's pregnant, indicating a new birthing, something wanting to come through. So, tuning into yourself. This one comes with this. It says birthing a new age. It's so cool choosing cards when they sync like that. Birthing new creations. I mean, that is the Empress. And dreaming a new world into being. Now, how beautiful is that for the times that we're in? That's lovely. Cool. And card number 3 is the Ace of Pentacles, one of my favorite cards. It's got so much power. It's a number 1, so all that oomphy energy, all that energy to manifest. So this is our the earth realm. So this is good health, abundance. It could be money happening, and maybe this week ahead means you're able to work again. A couple of notes I took with this one. Work begins, skills being utilized, health and abundance, energy to stabilize. So you want to use this uprising of energy, and this syncs in with the new moon as well. If you didn't watch the card number 2, it is a new moon midweek. So that's a time of planning and getting new projects going, and that card certainly syncs with that. So if you utilize this energy, plan well, and you can go for it. Okay, that's all I've got for that one. And look at this that comes with it. It says play. So you can't be too serious about it. You can be excited that the money's coming back in again, or you've got the motivation to get going with your plans. Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. And these two together, that's like awesome. I want to choose card 3s, the card 3s. All right, that's your tarot for the week. Happy new moon midweek, and I hope that you have an easeful week. See you later.